Do you want to become a successful leader and develop your leadership qualities? Then make sure you watch till the end of the video because I will be sharing a lot of hacks from my own personal experiences and journey in developing your leadership qualities. Every one of us want to become a leader. We all want to be successful in the leadership role as well. But we all know that not everyone is able to succeed. In fact, most of the leaders that I see around me are not really the kind of leadership what we want to see. Many of us have seen maybe the previous generation leadership, which is very strong, which is abusive sometimes, very aggressive, thumping the desks, shouting on the top of your voice, and saying that I'm commanding and you go and listen to me. Leadership is not that at all. And over my 15 years of experience running various organizations in various countries, I realized leadership is something that is completely different, which is based on my own personal experience. So here I'm going to share with all of you the key attributes, behaviors, and characteristics that you can start working on to become a leader. First of all, let me start by saying that you can't just go to a meeting and say, I'm the leader. People have to accept you as a leader. And the acceptance comes from the way you are as a person, the way you behave, the way you treat people around you. Now, if you ask me, are leaders born or made? I would say in many cases, people have natural leadership instincts and qualities. And they do end up becoming successful leaders. But if you're not one, then you can certainly practice a lot of these characteristics and improve yourself to become a leader, a successful leader. So apart from being the fact that people have to make you the leader, if you don't have those, you got to start practicing, like I said. And how do you start doing that? A leader always is someone who has a lot of energy. He's or she or the person is able to radiate an aura, which I even call it as an executive presence. And if you missed that video, please do go and watch the video on executive presence as well, which we will tag here. A leader is someone who radiates the positive energy, the positive vibration. When the person walks into the room, he or she is able to command that kind of an aura. Now, that doesn't mean that they have to show a lot of ego and a lot of megalomaniac kind of behavior, which is over the top kind of behavior. That is not at all required. Leaders, along with energy, bring a lot of humbleness, a lot of sincerity in the way they interact with people. So apart from high energy, they are also able to energize people around them. They are able to have an eye-to-eye contact, communicate in an open way, in an embracing way. They have a body language which is welcoming. They have a tone of voice which is pleasing. These are small things you can do to energize people around you. The third quality that I've seen in leaders is they have an edge. They have the courage to take tough decisions, but keeping the person always in a calm way and a collective way. These kind of edgy decisions is what makes them successful. They also bring in a lot of passion in whatever they're doing. They love their job. They love people. They make sure everyone knows that they are there as a leader to take care of the people around them. A leader never feels the person is at the top of the ladder. They always feel they're on the bottom of the ladder. A leader will make sure they create better people around them. So these are some very simple, specific leadership qualities. So how do you start practicing and how do you start imbibing these qualities in yourself? So the first thing you should probably be doing is figure out, do you have the qualities of a leader? What do people around you say? Ask for feedback. Do your colleagues, your peers, your subordinates, your boss, do they see you as a natural leader? And if not, ask them for specific examples and feedback where they felt you did not display leadership qualities. So self-awareness is the first thing you should be aware of before you embark on a journey of leadership. And when you attend leadership development programs, that's the first thing that you do is a psychometric analysis of the kind of person you are and the kind of leader you are. Once you have a good self-awareness, it's about really accepting and understanding where you currently stand. And once you know where you currently stand, you can start putting some actions in place to develop yourself as a leader. You need to every day practice those elements of gaps you have to become a better leader. Whether it is communicating with confidence, so start practicing attending seminars or meetings where you're presenting and you start working on your confidence and the way you can inspire people. Always have a firm shake hand, well dressed when you go into meetings so people look up to you from an executive presence perspective. You have to also start looking at how do you talk to people. Are you emotionally aware of what they're going through? Or are you just driving a result? That will help you start becoming closer to people and they start following you and getting inspired by you. Are you someone who's constantly sharing knowledge and information to people around you? You become a leader even before you become a leader. So when you start practicing these things, you start developing leadership qualities. You start getting to be known as someone who they can trust and they can confide. So in this video, I will stop short by just sharing these things. Maybe you can start practicing these things as the first step. And again, I will talk about leadership development in the future videos, which can take it to another level further as well. Thank you very much for listening to me. Till I see you next time, stay fit, stay positive, keep chasing obscene success. Thank you.